right? A computer person will let you know that this video is being recorded. As always, it's my video that we're recording, not yours, I don't think. Hopefully it's my video. Hi, Lynn. Awesome. Thanks for making it happen, everybody. Let's take a seat. We'll do a good 30 minutes of chair yoga. And we'll do 10 or 15 minutes of mindfulness meditation at the end of our practice. But really, the whole thing is a mindfulness practice. So as you orient into class and kind of settle yourself, let's start by becoming mindful of the moment. Notice where you are. Take a moment to look around your space. If there's a window, look outside. Notice what the sky is doing. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Portland. Listen for sounds, right? Feel for the temperature and the support of the chair underneath your butt, the ground underneath your feet. And we might ask ourselves, what would it be like to settle into the support, right, of the chair, of the floor, even just a little bit more, right? Really let your bones and your butt get nice and heavy into that support. In yoga philosophy, in the teachings of yoga, there's a very important concept called sthira and sukha. And sthira means steadiness, and sukha means ease. And sthira and sukha, right, are these energies that we're looking to explore and cultivate in all of our yoga poses, this sense of steadiness and a sense of ease, even in the challenging poses, right? Even in the warriors and all of those like big intense poses, right? We're still asked like from a sense of steadiness, can I find more ease in my breath, more ease in my capacity, in my mind? So I want us to just explore that concept a little bit today as we move throughout the practices. What is it like to navigate an embodied experience of steadiness and ease? So again, just bringing your attention back down into your butt, really just feel, right, the steadiness and the strength of the chair underneath you, right? The ground underneath your feet. And from that steadiness, right? Pushing down to lift up, right? Bring some length into your spine. And maybe bring a hand to your heart, one to your belly, close your eyes. And turn your attention inwards. Another big part of our yoga practice here, right? This mindfulness, present moment, non-judgmental. That's going to be hard for a lot of us, right? This present time, non-judgmental awareness, witnessing of this experience of your body. How's your body? Hello, bones. Hello, muscles. Hello, guts. How's that today? The experience of your energy, right? In yoga, it's called prana. We can think of it as our vitality, our life force. Noticing if you feel alert, awake, ready to go. Maybe you feel a little tired, a little buzzy, a little sleepy, a little distracted. How's your mood? Right? That moment to get very curious. How do you feel? The good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. Just what is it like right now? That moment to validate whatever's in your heart and in your spirit. This is the yoga, right? Breath by breath, moment by moment, meeting ourselves, meeting this moment with a little bit more curiosity, more patience, right? And of course, the advanced practice would be to be kind, to be friendly towards yourself. From there, right, we learn to be kind and friendly towards others. Let's be here together. Thank you so much for showing up, having a seat, right, connecting, doing this yoga practice. Send each other some good vibes, warmth, and friendliness. And let's begin with some breath here. Take a strong breath in and out. Maybe make a little sound, breathe in. Exhale out of your mouth. One more, breathe it in and out. All right, you can bring your hands to your lap, open your eyes if they were closed. Good. Let's go ahead and take some cow-cat spine here. Inhaling, lifting your chest, looking up. Exhale, curling, rounding in, think navel towards spine, chin towards chest. So push, inhale, cow spine, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, cat spine, round in. Let's do a couple more of those with breath. Inhaling cow, exhaling cat, inhaling cow, exhaling cat. Good. Come back up through center. This time, let's bring our hands to opposite elbows. It doesn't matter. We'll switch it out, and we'll do both sides. So just grab one hand to your elbow, other hand to your elbow, and like we wanted to draw a circle with your elbows, not so much your chest. I can see myself already leaning into it, but with your elbows. Lift up. We'll draw a circle just as much as you can, and down. Think inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering, and take your time with it, right? We don't need to move super fast. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Good. And then reverse the direction. If you want to reverse your grip, you can. Up and over, other way. Ooh, clickety click in those shoulders. Again, taking your time. Again, kind of thinking that cow-cat spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. Couple more. Inhale up. Oh, exhale, round. Inhale up. And exhale, round. Good. Relax your arms long by your sides or bring your hands to your lap. Tall posture. Let's work into the neck. Making some circles with your chin. Checking in with those bones, those joints. Good. Reverse direction. Good. One more breath. We'll come up through center. Good. And then last little bit here, take your palms, your hands, interlace your fingers, and now push your palms out. And again, stretching through your palms, your fingers, be gentle where you need to be, but let's find some push, right? You can kind of round through your back here, your upper shoulders, reach, reach, reach. Think of that cat spine. And now push, inhale to lift just as much as you can into your cow spine, lifting your arms up. We'll do that a couple times. Reach it forward, push, lift it up. Good. One more. Right, what is my range of motion? I'm just going to work it to that edge. One more. Reach it up. Take a breath in. Exhale. Relax your arms. Relax your arms. And let's take a few mindful breaths here just to check in with your body and your posture. Thinking again of this idea of a balance between steadiness and ease. Where is my solidity? Where's the support? Can I feel my effort here in my tall posture, my spine? And then a sense of ease, right? Relax your shoulders, your belly. Take a breath in and out. All right. Vinyasa, let's start to warm up into some sun salutations. Bring your arms long by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center, and then relax your arms down. Let's just do two more like that. Big breath. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale to center, arms down. Inhale up. Good. Exhale through center. Arms down. Let's add on. Inhale up. Good. Exhale, cactus your arms. Go close the arms. Now let's twist to the right. Twist to the right. This first time here, left hand. Let's reach it all the way to the outside of your right side and grab your chair. And you can bring your right arm behind to the chair if you want. We're going to deepen into this twist. Push down through your butt to lengthen and lift up through the crown of your head. Think inhale, lift, lengthen my crown. Exhale, twist gently to the right. Look behind you. One more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Good. Back to those goalpost arms, cactus arms. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, cactus, twist it to the right and pause. Again, just this first time here, your right hand's going to cross over your left thigh to grab the chair. Left hand grabs the backrest, right? Or whatever you can here for support, for steadiness, right? Inhale, sthira, that steadiness. Find the length. Exhale, twist, find the depth. Inhale, length. And exhale, twist. Cactus the arms. Come back up through center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, arms down. And shake it out. Take a breath. Right, we do this big diaphragmatic breathing in the yoga practice, which is great. It is so good for you. And it can be make you feel a little buzzy, a little lightheaded. So always okay to take a pause, right? To breathe at your own pace, take water, all of those things. Because the sun salutations are, right, they're going to push on the gas here. We're going to do it 2 more times vinyasa. We're going to link those poses with the breath. So start with right where your ground, wiggle your toes, feel the chair, take a clearing breath on your own. And here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus twist right. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, cactus twist left. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, hands to heart, relax, arms down. One more, just like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus twist right. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus twist left. Inhale up. Exhale, center, arms down, and pause. Take a breath. Sense, even if it's a subtle little wave, just sensing those little waves of energy settle. Right? Reset. Okay, what if we made that basket with the hands again? And a couple options, if this felt like enough, and you just want to work some mobility, lifting up, that's great. Some of you are going to be able to take this basket and bring it all the way up into the back of your head. Thinking tall posture here, right? Pushing down through your butt to lift your chest up. Your head is supported by your hands. We can even look up, take a breath. Exhale, curl and round that cat spine, but we're going to round in, think like a little cocoon, right? Tucking in. And let's flow that with the breath. Inhale, lift. Everyone's lifting, perhaps into our butterfly wings. Exhale, curl and round. Couple more. Inhale, butterfly. Exhale, round. Inhale, butterfly. And exhale to round. Good. Go ahead and come on up. Relax your arms. Let's take a wider stance here for a forward bend. So knees out a little bit wider, elbows to your knees, and let's just pause. Just be here for a second before you go any further. Do I feel stable? Right? That's the first question we want to ask. Ask your butt, ask your feet. Do I feel grounded? And hopefully you do. And hopefully that feels really good, right? Just appreciating that stability again. And from the stability, perhaps your body wants to find a little bit more space, or there's an invitation from your back to be guided further down towards the floor. See where your body wants to take it. And wherever we land, right, from a sense of steadiness, from the ground underneath you, let's take 3 open mouth exhales. Okay, take a breath in, open mouth, sigh it out. Again, breathe in and sigh it out. One more full breath in and exhale. If you're folding all the way forward, let's all come up halfway first. Elbows to your knees. Pausing for that breath. And then once again, we'll reach all the way up. Big breath. Good. Exhale through center. Okay. I'm feeling like just a little bit more side stretching, Let's take the left hand and cross to the right. Think like a seat belt, like you were going to buckle in a seat belt with your left hand, right? But we're going to hang on, like your left hand is the seat belt. Hang on to your chair. And then from here, your right arm reaches up any amount. Think root to rise, right? I push down to lift up. Let's find the length through the right side body, and then over to the left just as much as you want to go. Your left hand's here to anchor. You might really reach into it. Big stretch. And wherever you are, can we turn the right rib cage, the armpit, your face a little bit more towards the ceiling, right? So kind of lifting and rotating up. One more breath. Good. Right. Oh, come up, shake that out. Ooh, fuzz. Big time. And the ribs. Okay, so this time, right, the right hand buckles this up, grab onto your chair, left arm reaches, and we want to find the lift. Find the lift. We root to rise, and then up and over. Big side body stretch, right? Major TikTok moment. And we're lifting the armpit, the ribs, right? Open towards your armpit towards the sky. Maybe look up. Ooh, good. Nice and strong. Let's come back up through center. You can wiggle that out. How about one more forward bend too? Maybe your body wants to do exactly what it did last time. Maybe it wants to come down a little more. So be curious what feels best now. And breathe. Once you get into the shape you want to go to, really from that support, from feeling, right, being connected to the chair, the ground underneath you, let's find some ease with some breath out of the mouth. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, like that. Breathe in, breathe out. One more inhale. Open mouth. Good. Let's come up halfway if you aren't already there. Elbows to knees. Pause. And then all the way, right? You can bring your legs back together. Arms reach up. Fill up. Good. Wiggle it out. Right? More space. More space. Body says yes to more space. All right, we'll get a little spicy for a second. Firing up here in sun salutation B in traditional, the vinyasa yoga, you do a sun A and then a sun B. And we've done our sun A, we've done the Surya Namaskar. Now we're going to do the sun B, which has more, it engages more of the lower body. So even in a chair, can we be present and connected, right, to the lower body? Let's start by just hanging onto the chair here for a moment. Push your butt down, chest is lifting, and then right knee lifts up, right? And it's going to be natural to want to round into your cat spine. That's okay. You're going to feel that because when you lift up, your tailbone is going to tilt. I just want you to find a strong core, and we don't need to crunch all the way in. You want to get that knee lifted. Take a breath. Exhale, lower it down. Other side. Left leg, left knee lifts up, and pause as always, right? Let the heat roll in, breathe into it. We're not afraid of a little spice here. One more big breath. And then set it down. All right, keep hanging on. We're going to kick this time. Right heel out and flex your back toes or flex your toes back towards your face. Maybe even point and flex here a few times just so you can feel, right? I can point, I can flex. I can point, I can flex. And when we kick, we want to flex. One more breath. Exhale, set it down. Right, other side, tall posture, left leg kicks out, breathe. Right, maybe point and flex. Point and flex. One more breath into that flex. Good. Set it down. Take it out. All right. Setting up our sun B. Bring your arms along by your sides. Take a breath. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus twist to the right. Pause. This is where we add that knee lift. So again, we're not going to bring the chest down. Let's try to keep that chest up because you're twisting. You're already doing a thing. Just like you wanted to get your knee up to tap your elbow. And it may or may not tap, but let's work towards that action. Right? Knee down, inhale, back up through center. Exhale, cactus twist left, right? Left knee lifts up, trying to tap that right elbow. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, hang on to your seats. Inhale, right leg kicks out. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, left leg kick. Exhale, set it down. Good. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, center, arms down. I think that would be the last thing I would add on, which is a little different today, is just you can stay seated. This is chair yoga, but you could add a stand at that last one if you want. So I'll give you that option. All right, let's flow through it. 2 more times, breath to posture. Arms long by your sides, clearing breath on your own. We got this. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus crunch to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus crunch left. Inhale up. Exhale, hang on to your seat. Inhale, right leg kicks. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, left leg kicks. Exhale, set it down. Option to stand up. Everybody reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Relax them down. One more time. We got it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus crunch right. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus crunch left. Inhale up. Exhale, hang on to your seats. Inhale, right leg kicks. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, left leg kicks. Exhale, set it down. We push down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, have a seat, and breathe. And just feel your heartbeat, feel the breath. And hopefully you feel maybe a little bit more clear, a little less fuzzy, a little bit stronger, a little more warm, a little bit more roomy. That's what's up, hopefully a little bit of all of that. But yeah, right? It's worth it. It's worth the effort. It feels good to get on the other side of these practices. Our body loves them. All right, how about let's see what time it is. What do we got? Let's do Warrior 2 today. Feels good, like a good time to embody our warrior energy. So let's start to the right. Identify your right leg, your right knee. This is gonna be the bent knee. So turn to your right. Turn to your right and feel your chair completely supporting your thighs. Let's just even let this be layer 1. right? This is the first step. Can we all take the first step towards practicing warrior two? Right? From here, your left leg is going to start to come behind you. And everybody's range of motion is different, right? But we're working to get it all the way back. And let the chair be the sthira, right? The steadiness. Let it be the strength underneath your thigh bone as you push, right? You're lengthening your back leg out the best you can. Your shoulders above the hips, right? We're not leaning forward here. Keep your shoulders above your hips, arms out wide. And now look over your right hand. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll stay for just a couple more breaths. Just notice, right? It's a challenging posture, even in a chair, for sure. Where do you feel strength? Where do you feel steady? Where are you making the effort? And where can you relax and soften and breathe around that effort? We'll take one more breath in and out, right? And now we'll use our hands and whatever we need to do to shimmy our way back through center. We'll practice that on the other side, right? Big hip opener, this warrior two business. So let's just take it moment by moment, turn to the left. This is step one. And then our right leg comes back. And we all just got to, I like to bring my knee this is a very stable chair too, like having a chair you trust is everything. But I'm going to take my knee pretty much all the way right to the edge of the chair. So that way I have space and I can see. So feel for yourself, like where is my support? Where is the ground? Where do I have to stabilize and support myself with my back leg? The sthira, the steadiness and the strength. Shoulders over your hips, arms out wide, strengthen your focus, your determination. We got this, right? Breathe into it. Breathing in, breathing out. One more, energy coming out of your fingers, wide wingspan. Breathe in and out. Good. Again, maybe hands down to the chair, kind of push down to lift up, shimmy your way back through center. All right. Right ankle to your left knee. Come forward here into a figure four stretch, any amount. Yes, hips. Then we'll switch that out. Left ankle to your right knee. Take another breath. Good. Come up, tornado, ankle appreciation. Other way. And then a quick hammy stretch here. Reach forward, reach for what you can. Good. Come up, we'll tornado the other side. All right. So we'll do our tornado, our little stretch here, and then we're gonna move into some meditation. Tornado the other way. And yeah, my plan for our meditation today is actually to do pranayama together. We'll do mindfulness and pranayama. Take your hamstring stretch. So pranayama is yogic breathing. It's doing yogic breathing techniques. Let's come up. There's many different styles of pranayama. Shake it out. And we're going to do a very, very, we're going to do a couple, but we're going to do a very, very popular one called box breathing, or sometimes called square breathing. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. I'm going to bring a little blanket underneath my chair just to support. I believe, are they called ischial tuberosity? Your sit bones? You have a very cool name. I want to brush up on my anatomy. I keep talking about that because I think it would be fun to do it with you guys. All right, get on your sit bones. We'll spend the next 10, 15-ish minutes together here. Yeah, and some mindfulness, mindfulness of the body, mindfulness of the breath. That is the first foundation of mindfulness as it's taught in the tradition of the Buddha. You first learn mindfulness of the breath and the body. So we'll spend some time in that. And then we'll really go into some yogic breathing techniques. And I will offer them to you and you can try them out and you can take them or leave them. Okay. All of the breathing techniques are meant to just very much help strengthen our diaphragm and regulate our nervous system. And I would say, even sort of by regulate our nervous system, I mean help our entire organism move into like a like a rest and digest type of function, right? Out of stress and into homeostasis, if you will. Okay, all of that to say, here we are. Maybe, right, as you settle into your seat, see what your back needs right now. And if it's better for you to lean back in your chair, if that's the kind of steadiness and support your body needs, take it, right? If it's going to really be painful or aggravating to hold it upright, right, that the chair and the backrest is there to hold you. You know, some of you might even have a headrest attached to your chair, just like my dream. I would love a chair with a headrest. So settling into your seat, we want it to be steady but of ease, right? We want to be comfortable, but we want to remain alert, right? That balance. Close your eyes and notice what it feels good to do with your hands. Maybe they're already intuitively folded in your lap, but allow yourself to let your hands rest. Mindfulness of the breath and the body. Start by noticing all the points of contact between your body and what it's touching. Your butt in the chair, maybe your back in the chair, your feet on the floor. Like the same way when we, like if you made a snow angel and you would leave an imprint in the snow, like same thing, but in your chair. Just imagine kind of that imprint where your body is heavy and supported by the chair. We'll take a couple moments here to scan the body for sensation. And I invite you to label these sensations as pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, right? As we feel things in our body, often the brain has a story or a long list of questions or just chatter, and that's okay. That's what the mind does. But we're going to give the mind a job, and that is to just simply label the sensations as pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, right? Maybe I don't really feel much of anything, or maybe, I don't know, it's not really pleasant or pleasant. It's just kind of like plain. So starting here with your feet, you also have two of them. Most of us have 2 feet in the world. So sensing, right, your right foot, your left foot, and get curious, right? Are the sensations there pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral? We might find that it's a lot of things. The temperature is pleasant, but a certain pain is unpleasant, or the right foot pleasant, left foot unpleasant. There might be so much information there when you start to listen. So don't try to, it's not a test or anything like that. It's a practice of just simply connecting and noticing, right? The feet are having an experience. Can move up into your legs, your right leg, your left leg, and feel there for sensation, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. Come into your hips and your pelvis. If you bring your attention into your abdomen, your belly, right? There's guts in there. Those tend to definitely sometimes have some weird sensations. So unpleasant. It's okay. Pleasant. Oh, neutral. And come up a little bit higher into your chest, your heart, your upper back, just exploring kind of your upper torso area. Pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. Your shoulders, your arms, and coming in a set here, a pair. So get curious, let your mind explore the sensations in your right and your left. Ping pong a little bit, compare them. Just simply validating, right? Pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, and different parts feel different. Notice your hands. Hands tend to be a place that feel often kind of pleasant or neutral. So they might be a nice place to meditate on when you're asked to practice mindfulness of your body. You know, what are my hands feeling? Pleasant. They might feel unpleasant. Everyone's different, but we get to explore and then we find these little pockets of refuge and ease in our own tornado of an experience of embodiment. There are places that feel pleasant, there are places that feel neutral. And then your head, right? Your whole head, your face, there's sinuses in there, your skull, back of your head, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. And now we'll be mindful of the breath. Turn your attention to your breath, noticing any qualities. Are you breathing through your nose, your mouth? Is there any congestion? How's the air today? Quality of the air? What does it feel like when it moves in and out? And mindfulness of the breath can be a little bit like watching the grass grow. It's all like very easy to get distracted. So staying in effort here, right? Try on the mantra here for a moment. When I breathe in, I know I'm breathing in. I can feel it. When I breathe out, I know I'm breathing out. Inhaling. When I breathe in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. And the yogis, and these practices, the pranayama, the yoga stuff, is much older than mindfulness and Buddhism. They're very connected. Buddha was a yogi, a devout yogi, hardcore renunciant yogi for years before he became enlightened. So I'd like to think the yoga had something to do with it. He definitely found his own path. But these pranayama, the breath practices, are very old, very, very old. And now that we have our attention on our breath, I'm going to invite us to do some of these practices. So the first one is square breathing or box breathing. And then we're going to count our breath. We're going to inhale for a count of 4. We're going to hold for a count of 4. We're going to exhale for a count of 4. And then we're going to hold it empty for a count of 4. And I'm going to do my best to count us through this in a way that feels rhythmic and steady, but your rhythm might be a little different than mine. Your body might not like this at all at first, and that is okay. I can just invite you to try it, to be gentle with yourself. And like anything, these definitely take practice. So we'll try it together. Take a clearing breath on your own. And here we go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it empty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it empty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going on your own. And notice if you can soften your jaw, if you can soften your shoulders, your hands, your belly, right? Sthira and Sukha. Can I be steady and at ease here? Do 2 more rounds on your own. And when you finished your second round, just breathe normally. Give yourself a moment to let it go. And we'll do one more pranayama, one more breath practice. In this one, you'll take a normal inhale through your nose if that's possible. Sometimes there's a lot of congestion and you can't breathe through your nose. So I encourage you, if you can breathe through your nose, definitely breathe through your nose. Inhale through your nose, but then we'll exhale out of the mouth like we were blowing through a straw. So you'll make a little O shape with your lips and we'll blow out of the mouth. And the reason we do that is because that blowing out of the mouth in the O shape is going to slow your exhale down. And when we slow the exhale down, we're asking the diaphragm, the big muscle that controls your breathing, to work a little harder. It's kind of like doing a crunch for your diaphragm. But that slowness on the exhale, actually, it has so many benefits to your heart and to other parts of your body. So this breath is, and it tends to be very relaxing. People tend to like this one. So let's do 3 rounds together. And then I'm going to invite you to do 3 more rounds on your own. Okay, so again, from your grounded posture, your chair's here, your body's here, you're curious, you're feeling stuff. We got this. Take a clearing breath on your own. And we'll try that straw breath. So inhale through your nose, just a natural inhale. Exhale out of your mouth, out of that straw, nice and slow. And when it's empty, right, just let it be empty. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of that straw. Soft shoulders, soft jaw. One more together. Inhale through your nose. out of the straw. And continue on your own. Again, maybe 3 more of these breaths. And as you're doing it, as you're focusing, as your body's trying this new thing, again, see if we can relax a little bit. Relax around the experience. Whatever doesn't need to work, let it relax. You can let your shoulders be soft. And when you finish that last breath, breathe normally. I'm going to encourage you to orient, to open your eyes, to look around. Might feel good to stretch your face out, like open and close your mouth a little bit. Maybe your neck wants to move, right? Stretch. Mm, awesome. All right. And let's recenter ourselves. You can bring your hands to heart and we'll close out our practice. It is that time. Ah, dropping in, right? Feel your palms push together. Maybe push your hands into your chest. See if you can feel your heartbeat. See if you can sense your breath on your fingertips. And that is a very real and shared connection that we are all having in life, right? You're alive. You're alive and you're amazing. Be so proud of your body. Be proud of yourself for taking this time to really, the yoga takes you deep, right? It's asking you to feel things, to slow down, to connect, to breathe, to be present. So be proud of yourself. It's a courageous practice in a lot of ways. I think a lot of people spend a lot of time and a lot of money doing everything they can to not be present, and yoga's like, nope, this is what it is. X marks the spot. Here you are. Right. And it's a wild ride in there. And I'm so grateful to share this practice and to be on the journey with you all. Let's send each other prayers of good health and resilience, patience, right? Steadiness and ease, stira and sukha, right? A deeper breath, a little more space, and a wonderful day. From there, Om Shanti, Om Peace, Peace, Peace. All right. Thank you so much, friends. Those 2 pranayama practices are box breathing and the straw breath are 2 breathing practices that sometimes I like to do at the very beginning of class. So maybe next class, that might be a way we actually start our practice is with some pranayama. So thank you for practicing. Of course, reach out if you need anything.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye, Dad. Good job. Bye, Linda.